presentation of the colors.
Right. Present. Hold.
Ladies and gentlemen, everyone's already standing. If you could please remove your hats. Bruce Kleberger, retiree from the Dakota County Sheriff's Office, will lead us in our national anthem. Bruce.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Bruce, and thank you to everyone who joined us this morning. I'm Joe Atkins. I chair the Dakota County Board. It's my honor to welcome you here this morning. And on behalf of all members of our Dakota County Board who are in attendance this morning, we very much appreciate you joining us for this special event. I'm going to turn it over right now to our County Commissioner for this area and Vice Chair of the Dakota County Board, Commissioner Mike Slavic.
Thank you, Joe, and thank you very much, everybody, for being here today. I would like to acknowledge some of our elected officials who are with us here today, including Representative Jeff Whitty out of Lakeville, Representative Shane Hudella out of the Hastings area, and Representative Liz Ryer out of the Eagan area. I would also like to welcome representatives from the Prairie Island Indian community. And additionally, we have a couple county commissioners who are here, Commissioner Bill Drosty and Commissioner Lori Halverson. Thank you again for joining us at this very important dedication. As Commissioner Atkins had said, my name is Mike Slavic. I am the County Commissioner for the 1st District, which includes Ravenna Township as well as the City of Hastings, where I live. I would also like to welcome Luther Klug's family, who are here with us today. His wife, Jerry, his son, Jordan. Also with us are Luther's siblings, Becky, Debbie Jo, and Dan. Additionally, his cousins, Barbara, Archie, Amanda, and Alita. Back in 1996, Deputy Klug made the ultimate sacrifice while serving the people of Dakota County. His loss hasn't been forgotten, and it's an honor to be able to tribute for him to his memory today. To Luther's family, thank you for the patience. This has been a long time in the making. The county approved last year the dedication of this road here, concluding an effort that was over 2 years in the process to be able to get to where we are today. To everyone who helped make this possible, thank you. That includes former Dakota County Sheriff Tim Leslie. He had no hesitation in supporting the idea of a memorial dedication and helping secure Klug's family's blessing. Sheriff Leslie's successor, Sheriff Joe Lico, has been equally supportive of the effort to name Dakota County Road 68 in honor of Deputy Luther Klug. Thank you, Sheriff. And now I would like to turn it over to Sheriff Joe Lico.
Good morning, everybody. I'm honored and humbled and extremely proud to be here this morning on behalf of the Sheriff's Office, staff past and present, the family and friends of Deputy Luther Klug, his partners, and the community in which he served. Today we remember, honor, and dedicate County State Aid Highway 68 in Ravenna Township as Luther Klug Memorial Highway. Now, for those that knew Luther, knew that he liked to tell stories. It's important that we know his story, and I'll start with that today. Luther Klug was a small-town kid. He graduated from high school in Black Duck, Minnesota, which for those unfamiliar is up north in Beltrami County between Leech and Red Lake. He attended Alexandria Technical College, where he received his law enforcement degree. He began his career as a police officer in Hawley, Minnesota, near Fargo. He later was hired by Cannon Falls Police Department, where he quickly rose to the rank of sergeant. In 1990, we were blessed to have him as a member of the Dakota County Sheriff's Office, where he served many roles: courts, patrol, SWAT team leader, a firearms instructor, defensive tactics instructor, and a field training officer. He led the office in traffic citations and DWIs. And in 1995, he was recognized by Mothers Against Drunk Driving for his DWI arrests. On Monday, July 15th, 1996, Luther just finished working his shift, and he was on his way home. He heard the Hastings Police Department on a call, and he thought that they may need backup on, so he offered assistance. When he cleared the call, Luther resumed his drive home on Highway 316, this road right behind us. He was southbound at approximately 10:45 p.m. As he crossed the intersection of 200th Street, less than a mile from his home, a drunk driver barreled through the stop sign, striking Luther's squad. As fellow deputies surrounded and prayed over him, he was airlifted to St. Paul Ramsey Medical Center, and at 1:04 a.m. on July 16th, Luther succumbed to his injuries and died on the operating table. Luther was just 36 years old. He left behind his wife, Jerry, and 4-year-old son, Jordan. Nearly 28 years have passed. Not a day goes by Luther is not remembered. His loss has left a hole in the lives of all left behind. We at the Sheriff's Office continue to honor and carry Luther's memory on our walls, in our stories, how we carry ourselves every day, and in our hearts. We are blessed to have his son Jordan, who chose to follow his father's footsteps and became a deputy in 2014. Like his father, Jordan rose quickly through the ranks. He's currently a sergeant with us, supervising and patrolling the same streets his father did. Though Luther and I never crossed paths, I started a year after Luther's tragic death. I got to know him through the stories of his partners throughout the years. Mostly humorous, many of those I could not share here today, and I won't. Some heroic, where he showed remarkable courage. He never hesitated to put himself between danger and his partners or the public. This roadway that we are standing on, now named Luther Klug Memorial Highway, will forever honor and remember Luther's sacrifice. For those that pass this sign on this road, this is not just another sign. It's not here to just remind us of the life lost, but to honor and remember how Luther lived, who he was as a person, and who he represents. For those who had the privilege to know Luther, maybe when you see the sign while traveling through, it'll bring you back to the precious time you shared together. The special memories only you and he shared, the laughs you had, and the Luther only you knew. For those who continue to wear the badge, representing the same noble profession we share with Luther, the sign will serve as a reminder of your purpose, your great responsibility, the honor of serving in the same profession as he did, the lives he impacted, and the sacrifice he made. Continue to carry that purpose and wear and represent the profession with pride, as Luther did. We owe that to him. For those in the community, the sign will remind you that you have courageous men and women who, despite the known dangers and the sacrifices that come with it, continue to come forward and willingly choose to serve and protect you. The willingness to sacrifice all they have for you. Luther did that. He was one of us, and he forever will be. In conclusion, I want to thank all involved in this great honor, County Physical Development Division, Transportation Division, for your diligence on making this happen. Thank you to the county's Communication Division for coordinating today's event. I want to thank the commissioners for your support in recognizing the significance and the importance of honoring Luther, our hero, as well as for your continued support for those that continue to serve in public safety. To our public safety partners, chiefs, sheriffs, deputies, officers, troopers here today, thank you for spending your morning with us and sharing this moment. And to our sheriff's office retirees, many of them are here today. Too long to list, but so glad that you're here. I know this is a bittersweet day for you. You hold the memories and Luther stories. Thank you for sharing those with us over the years. We will continue to tell them. And finally, and most importantly, to Luther's family. You have been and will always be a part of the DCSO family and the law enforcement family. I hope this memorial makes you proud of the life that Luther led and the impact he had on all of us. Your sacrifice will never be forgotten.
Thank you, Sheriff. Appreciate your leadership, the leadership of your predecessor in making this day possible. I owe the family members a big apology because 2 speakers ago I was supposed to ask you all to sit down and be comfortable. My bad. We deeply appreciate you being here, and there were folks that brought chairs, especially for you, so I'm glad that they're able to put them to use. Senator Klobuchar and Representative Craig, who are unable to join us from Washington, D.C., did send comments that they'd like to share. Mr. Ortiz, Josh Ortiz from Senator Klobuchar's office will join us.
Good morning, everybody. Senator could not be here today, but she asked that I share these words in honor of Deputy Klug. Thank you for the invitation to attend today's highway dedication ceremony. Though my schedule prevents me from attending in person, I appreciate the opportunity to join in honoring the sacrifice and legacy of Dakota County Sheriff's Deputy Luther Klug. As we know, July 1996, on Dakota County Road 68, where Deputy Klug was killed in the line of duty. Today, 27 years later, we gather to pay tribute to him, renaming County Road 68 as the Deputy Luther Klug Memorial Highway. I want to take this opportunity to thank Deputy Klug's family, his wife Jerry, his son Jordan, a current Dakota County Sheriff's Deputy, his siblings, and many cousins who are here today. I also want to recognize Dakota County Commissioners Joe Atkins and Mike Slavic for their work to get the highway dedicated in his honor. On that fateful day in 1996, Deputy Klug heard a Hastings police call that he thought would need backup. He went to assist because that is what our law enforcement and public safety professionals do. They are called to run toward danger, keeping Minnesotans safe during matters of life and death. Deputy Klug answered that call without hesitation. Public safety professionals and their families understand sacrifice. They know what it feels like to work an all-night shift and miss family dinner. For them, a hard day at the office can mean a life-altering injury or the loss of a colleague and friend. The renaming of this highway will serve as a reminder of the daily sacrifice our law enforcement officers make. Our state is better because of them. Thank you again for inviting me to attend today's ceremony. I'm proud to serve you in the United States Senate. Sincerely, Senator Amy Klobuchar. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Klobuchar. Thank you, Mr. Ortiz. Next, we'll have Representative Ms. Lerner, Madeline Lerner, from Representative Craig's office.
everyone. I am honored to be here today to read this letter from Congresswoman Angie Craig. To the Dakota County Board of Commissioners, Deputy Klug's family, and those in attendance today. I am sorry I could not be with you to celebrate the designation of County Road 68 to Deputy Luther Klug Memorial Highway. There are votes in Washington today. We are gathered here not only to celebrate the legacy of a local hero, but to honor the life lost in the name of protecting our community. On July 16th, 1996, our community was shaken by the death of one of our own, Deputy Luther Klug. The grief of this tragic loss still lives through his loved ones, colleagues, friends, and neighbors. Deputy Klug served our community with unwavering dedication, courage, and selflessness. His commitment to protecting the residents of Dakota County exemplified the highest ideals of law enforcement, something he passed on to his son, Jordan, who followed in his father's footsteps and now serves our community. As we dedicate this highway in Deputy Klug's name, we not only commemorate his sacrifice and the sacrifice of his family, but we also reaffirm our commitment to supporting those who wear the badge and risk their lives each day to keep us safe. In my role in Congress, I am working with local law enforcement leaders to draft and submit applications for federal grant dollars to support hiring programs. I also help to introduce and pass the Public Safety Officer Support Act, which allows officers to access disability benefits for post-traumatic stress disorder and under mental health challenges that arise as a result of their service in the line of duty, and expanded the program to help ensure that families of officers who lost their lives can apply for the death and disability benefits they rightly deserve. To Jerry and Sergeant Jordan Klug, please accept my heartfelt condolences, and may you find solace in knowing that Deputy Klug's courage, spirit, and dedication to duty will forever be in the fabric of our community. May his memory continue to inspire us to strive for a safer, more just society. Thank you for your sacrifice and your unwavering support for the officers of Dakota County. You have my commitment that I will continue to work with the wonderful Sheriff Lico and Dakota County leadership to support those who protect us. Sincerely, Angie Craig, Member of Congress.
I think Sheriff Lico contributed to the wonderful part in Representative Craig's letter. By the way, when you talk about Representative Craig, it's more than just words. She delivers in actions with Senator Klobuchar. Speaking of people who do that, by the way, we couldn't have this event without recognizing County Attorney Kathy Keena. You talk about delivering and being supportive of the Sheriff's Department. She's done it her whole career. So Kathy, thank you for joining us this morning. Before we call upon the family to do the official unveiling and join us here on the stage, could you all please join me in a moment of silence to remember Deputy Luther Klug. Thank you. And with that, if the members of the Klug family would please join me here on stage. I'm told we are not going to make you jump the guardrail to actually do the, I know there was some hesitation it looked like here for a second. But if you'd come up here and join me. And I'm going to say just one more thing before we actually do the unveiling. And I didn't ask if this was okay with the Klug family, but I'm pretty certain it will be. And that is, keep in mind that this event, as much as it is to honor Deputy Klug and his family, it's also meant as a sign of appreciation for everybody who serves in public safety, who serves as our first responders, our dispatchers, particularly this morning, our police officers, our sheriff's officers. This is about you as much as it is about your families and all those in the public safety community. This represents our appreciation for what you do every day to keep our communities safe. So thank you all on behalf of the Klug family, on behalf of the county, on behalf of the Sheriff's Office. Thank you all so much for what you do. With that, we should do this unveiling. Again, you're not going to be required to jump the guardrail. We've got some individuals who are actually capable of doing that. I mean, unless you want it. All right, gentlemen, as soon as you're ready. And thank you all for joining us this morning. Before we adjourn, we are going to retire the colors. Again, if you could please join me in standing if you're able and removing your hats as we retire the colors.
Right shoulder. Right. Forward.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us for this special occasion. We deeply appreciate it. Have a great, safe, and God bless you. Actually, folks, at this point, if we could have members of the Klug family gather near the memorial, we'd love to get a photograph. After that, if you are a member of law enforcement, we'd love to get your photo as well.